loads of people outside of my house. Fans of the channel, maybe? Nah, fence building company across the road, so might have to do a lot of voiceover on this video because lots of jackhammers and chainsaws going. Right, I have Corsa B suspension springs. Let's slam the Viva. I'll explain why in a minute. Let's see if we can make this work on a 1975 Vauxhall Viva. I haven't started on about 2 weeks, like, should have been kicking her over every couple of days, like, we kept moving old cars, don't they? With everything being mechanical. Right, let's try and make something work. I'm wire brushing the nuts here on the bottom of the shocker and lubing them up. Always clean your nuts. Preparation. Don't they come off. They didn't look like they were going to come off these. Lubing it all up. Then I started to take off the bottom nuts and I thought, hang on a minute, what are you doing, you plum? You just want to loosen the shocks, you're not taking the shocks off. And so I abandoned that and went into the boot. I'm going to get into the top of the shocks by popping the plastic rubber cap thing off. In a I couldn't find a 9/16 socket. I could find a 9/16 wrench. Or spanner, sorry. So there's two nuts on there, I can't remember if I said that already. A lock nut on the top of it. And then another final nut and a big washer on the top of the shock, which was very tight, but I ended up using the sudden impact gun and got the thing off a treat. Please release me, let me go. And here we're on the driver's side rear shock. Pop the rubber cap. 9/16 spanner to get off the lock nut off the top of it, which was very loose on this one. And then take off the final nut and the big washer, which is meant to be a 9/16 socket, but like I said, can't find mine, so I jammed on the closest metric, which is 14mm. And yes, repeated myself there a bit. That's what happens when you edit from one day to the next and you forget what you said before. But I'll leave all the mistakes in regardless, even if I found out it was a mistake before the video goes out. I'm not editing it together to make me look clever. I'm unbolting the bolt that goes through the insulator on the top of the spring here, which I thought was the only bolt on it, and I'm about to find out it's not. Can't remember what it is, 14mm maybe. Well, you know, maybe meant to be 9/16. Not sure, I'll let you know in a minute because I'm going outside to do the rest of this video in a minute. And yes, it's a 9/16 bolt under the bottom here. I thought it was just like hooked around the thing, but yes, 9/16 bolt. How the hell does this bit come off the top? Right, it's now the next day, Saturday. The fence people are gone. It wasn't D&J Projects, by the way. I don't know if anyone watches that channel. That's Viva. I'm Stevie. That's a project. I'm the owner. Look at that. Slammed on blocks. Well, I just lowered it on wood. Took an arch there. So here's where we're at. That's a Viva spring which I took off, and that one fits fine in the bottom of there. Sorry, that came out of the Viva spring. It's going to fit fine in my replacement spring, which originally I thought was Corsa B. But after narrowing it down, possibly maybe after doing some research online and that, might be a Corsa C spring or even a Mark 1 or 2 Astra spring. Not sure. I know the guy I bought them off years ago. I bought the full suspension for like 20 quid. It was next to nout. after I heard either Nova or Corsa springs lower the Vivas, but these are the wrong ones. That cup at the bottom of there fits fine, but I'm gonna have a go and modify the top of this anyway to get it to fit. After picking, thanks again Lee Wallace, after picking his brain over Instagram, I got this off, and this is the insulator off the top of the Viva spring, and I didn't know. I was like, how do you prise this apart? And it's actually like a fixed unit, the insulator on the top of the spring. So he told us to drill it out. Didn't have any charge in my drill, so I chiseled it out and punched it out, and got it like that. I'll get it tidier in the future, but that'll do the job. I'm going to cut a bit of this spring and see if it'll get it to fit. Does anyone know about these? Did Viva springs back in the day come with these fitted already when you got replacements? Or was it like aftermarket ones or what? Because that was a fixed unit at the top of there. Anyway, let's see if we can get this to work, and then I'll show you on the other spring that I remove how I took that apart. Insulator won't fit, so I'm going to slice a bit of this off. This has took forever to line up. Lee Wallace, you were not kidding when you said it was a right faff to put them back on once the insulator had been separated. That was a nightmare to line up. This is the shallowest socket I've got, and I had to pack it with garage wipes to get it to line up, like trying to line the dowel up and get it to bite, because I couldn't get a socket up through the spring, so I had to use my fingers. And there you go, it's in. Let's try and get the other one done. Time will tell if it looks alright. Comments and constructive criticism below. Negative comments can be left at www.suckit.com. That's not good. And yes, I've just realised while I was editing this, I tightened it. Damn it. Righty tighty, lefty loosey, people. Lefty loosey goosey. Now granted, I forgot to jack the axle back up to take the weight like I did last time, which is a bit silly. But I don't think it was that, because I barely put any... No, it's because you tightened it. And it looks like this rear trailing arm has took a hit at some point in its life. Whether or not that had something to do with it. But I lubed this one while I brushed it up yesterday, and it's just gone. There's a lot of corrosion in there on the thread, like. There is a lot of corrosion, but you tightened it. Nightmare. Has anyone got any of these, or know other cars that may fit it, or where I can get them from? Might have to give a shout out on some of the websites. Oh well, that stopped us in my tracks. Maybe I could drill the middle of that out and nut and bolt it. What does everyone think? I think you went righty tighty instead of lefty loosey. Ah well. Some you win, some you lose. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away. So I'm gonna speak to my engineering department and see what I can do about that. Like I say, maybe drill through it. Nut and bolt it. Probably take some drilling through, like, but maybe nut and bolt it. I don't know. I don't know. Or put a shout out on some of the Webble sites and see if anyone's got any. Anyone 2 brand new ones of them? Any knocking about anywhere? That'd be great. Get out of here, you! I was speeding along as well, thinking I'll get the other spring done before work, and right. For now, let's pop our wheels on, drop her down, and see how she sits. Because I don't want to take that spring out, because I don't want her sitting. Now I don't want her sitting with no spring for now. It's probably sitting like that. And there's me. I was thinking I was going to change the front as well, Just putting the wash iron up back on in there. Keep the shocks in line when I keep lifting it up and down. For now. Right, only one side's done, but let's see how she sits when I let her down. Sitting quite nice actually. It's not that hard, the suspension. It's got a little bit of a tuck. Imagine now with some nice white 13s on her. Look nice. Well, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know until I get on completely level land like, but that's a side that was collapsed over on the right and it looks kind of like it's level now. Must be hammered that spring over that side. I don't know, we'll wait until next video. I'll get the other spring off and we'll see how bad it is. I've read in the book somewhere people go on about different lengths and springs for different... I don't know, I'll show you next time. I've been sent these from a subscriber in Australia, Chris Singer. You alright, mate? He sent us a caramel koala, which looks like a giant, like Freddo Frog, like caramelly thing, and furry friends, which look like bigger, like is it Cadbury's animals? I'm eating these very, very soon. And he also sent us a antenna topper for the Viva. Nifty that, like. And some dust caps, valve caps, yellow ones as well. They're cool. And some kangaroo stickers for the back window. Some kangaroo, mate. Some kangaroo mateys. Sorry. So thank you very much, Chris Singer. Appreciate it, mate. That's mint. Also, big thank you to Al at work who give us some knoppers. I cannot show you them because I've ate them all. I practically ate them on the way back from work after he gave us them. It feels a little bit firmer on this side, but not a huge amount. Get out of here, you! Ah well, shit happens. We'll keep chipping away at it. I've got to get myself to work. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.
Behind your frozen eyes, skies are hate and laughter make me feel just one more thing than I. And even though that I despise the thing you're after, realize you're something more than I. And it's alright, yeah, it's alright now, 'cause it's alright now.
Get out of here, you!